Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the next video from Celebrity Signings. Nice to see some of you back and some new folks here as well. Hope you enjoy the video. A few things to catch up on. I tried to record this video a little while ago and it completely failed, so I'm having to redo it again now, so hopefully I'll remember everything I talked about the first time around. Okay, let's crack straight on. So the first autograph in this new update is from the amazing Danny Trejo from Dusk Till Dawn, Machete, and loads of other cool films. I sent a private message to Danny. I can't remember how I got in touch with him now, to be honest, but I think if you Google contact Danny Trejo, it's fairly straightforward. And he's brilliant. He will send a signed photo. So this is the one I got, brand new addition to the collection here, Danny Trejo. And yeah, really cool to add this absolute legend actor to the collection, which is brilliant. Next up is an in-person, probably one of my first in-persons for a long time, and it's the amazing David Heyman. He's well known for things such as Boy in the Striped Pajamas. My Neighbor Adolf, I believe he's in. But I got him for Twin Town. Twin Town is one of my absolute favourite films. It's brilliant. If you've not seen it, you really should. It's very funny. So I added him to my Twin Town collection. He signed this Twin Town poster for me. You can see Carl Best Wishes, David Heyman. Here's a picture of him signing. And then this is my selfie with him as well. Really nice guy. Stopped and had a chat. He even delivered a couple of lines from the film when I showed him this picture. He was like, just switched into his character Dodgy from the film. He's only in it very briefly, but rattled off a few lines, which was awesome. So really cool to add David to the Twin Town collection. Next up is a signed book. This is a charity shop purchase, probably cost me a couple of pounds. Most charity shop purchases don't cost more than about £3 at absolute most. They're normally about £1 or so. I think this one might be slightly more. I may pay £3 for this. And it's Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi in the Marvel film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Almost certainly going to be in Doomsday at some point in the not too distant future. This is his book, We Were Dreamers. And you can see here, it's signed for Katie, Simu Liu. I don't care if books are dedicated. It doesn't matter to me in the slightest. Really pleased to get this because I missed it when it came out originally for like 25 quid or whatever it was. So to pick it up for £3 was awesome, or roughly £3. Yeah, a new addition to the Marvel collection. Next up is, for those who've seen my videos already, you'll be familiar with this. For those that aren't, quick recap. I bought some items from the Music Hall Guild who were selling a personal collection from comedian actor Jerry Richards. He collected lots of autographs and stuff over the years and passed away, and donated them all to the Music Hall Guild to raise money for the guild. I bought some items off them, nothing extravagant, just a few items here and there, some carry-on stuff predominantly. Got chatting very close to the people that work there, and they sent me a couple of huge parcels actually, full of free stuff, which I'm still sifting through today. It's months later and I'm still sifting through it. Some of those I'm adding to my collection, some I've given away to friends who collect certain areas, and I've still got a ton left to get through. This one is from Anton Rogers, who's probably best known from May to December, but he was in Day of the Jackal as well. I mean, he's been in loads of stuff. If you Google him, you'll know who he is. Don't have him in the collection. This isn't an autograph, but it is a signed letter, which he signed at the bottom there, apologising for the delay in sending autographs that this person had requested. So yeah, brand new addition to the collection, Anton Rogers. Very cool. And next up from that is from the same collection, the Jerry Richards Music Hall collection. This is from Bradley Walsh. I already have Bradley in the collection, but I've kept this because obviously he's got the Doctor Who connection now. And I really like the letter, actually. It's very funny. He's writing to apologise for the delay in sending autograph requests out, and he's fired the person that normally deals with his mail. It's a really funny letter. Nice handwritten letter as well, which is great. From Bradley, obviously plays Graham, one of the companions in the Jodie Whittaker era of Doctor Who. So really pleased to keep this and add into the collection. Next up is another signed book. This is Berserker from Adrian Edmondson, probably best known from Bottom and The Young Ones, but more recently he's been in Star Wars, Alien Earth, loads of stuff like that. So this is his book Berserker. I didn't have it previously. I think I paid £2 for this. It's a charity shop pickup. You can see it's signed in the front, Adrian Edmondson. Already got him in the collection, but always happy to add new books to my ever-growing book collection, and this is a great addition to that. Next up, this one's really weird. I don't know why I picked it up, to be honest. I just tend to pick up lots of science stuff. This is a book called Walians. It's basically about aliens in South Wales. I haven't read it yet, but it does look very funny, so I probably will read it. I was just browsing through the charity shop. This was 50p, and it's signed by the authors R.W. Finlan and Darren Powis. So as it's dual signed by both the authors, I had to pick it up. For 50p, there's no way I was going to leave it sitting there. I will read it at some point, so I'll let you know in the future if it's any good and how funny it is. Another book here. This is a charity shop purchase again. This is a great pickup here. This is Simon Pegg. Everyone knows who Simon Pegg is. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Mission Impossible, Star Trek, loads and loads of stuff. This is his book Nerd Duel, which I did have already, but not as a signed copy, so I've replaced that with that one. That one's gone back to the charity shop now. And this one, although it's got sort of slight crinkling on the page, probably some kind of condensation or something that's occurred with it, I had to get it. It is dedicated. I've cropped the dedication off at the top, but I like it's got the words "Keep Up the Writing" in it. It's obviously been personalised to somebody. It's got "Keep Up the Writing," Simon Pegg. Normally you get, when you write to Simon, a pre-signed letter, pre-signed picture, which is almost certainly dedicated by a secretary at the top. So to have this with his handwriting in it, "Keep Up the Writing," really nice addition. So there's no way I was going to pass that up for a couple of pounds. Next up is another one of those letters from the Jerry Richards Music Hall Guild collection, and this is Anna Karen, probably best known for Olive from On the Buses, but she's been in a couple of small roles in some Carry On films as well, so obviously wanted to add this for the Carry On collection. More recently, I believe she was in EastEnders. I'm not an EastEnders fan per se, but I believe she was in EastEnders. And this is the letter. Again, it's handwritten, which is great. She is deceased now, sadly, so it's kind of like Anton Rogers. You're only ever going to be able to buy something or find something by chance like this. So a nice handwritten letter from Anna Karen to add to the collection. Next up is some via venues. I have very little in terms of TTMs and via venues these days. I hardly send anything out, so I want to get back into it, but it's got terrible at the moment. People just aren't responding. Everybody's selling their autographs of millions at the cons, so it's kind of dried up a little bit. But this was Gary Oldman, who was appearing in theatre. Obviously, everyone knows who Gary is. He's been in Dracula, Harry Potter, Sirius Black, in Batman as Commissioner Gordon, loads and loads and loads of stuff. I've written to him before, but the autographs I got were a little bit smudged, so I decided to write back to him again. Sent him 2 pictures, both of which he signed, nice and solid gold pen. This is Sid and Nancy, one of his earlier productions, and this is him as Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula. So yeah, nice to get some more updated versions of Gary Oldman. Next up, this was really cool. I sent to the brilliant Jinx Monsoon, who's most recently been in Doctor Who in the Ncuti Gatwa tenure in the episode The Devil's Cord, and this is Ncuti in character. The character's gone. Sorry, not Ncuti. This is Jinx in character. The character's name has completely gone out of my head now. Somebody can put it in the comments, I'm sure. But I just took a punt and sent via venue in America. She's currently appearing in The Pirates of Penzance, I believe, in the US, or she was previously. I don't know if she still is anymore. Hardly saw any responses at all from anybody, but got both of these back. So it's 2 character pictures, and as you can see, they're both signed Jinx. So really chuffed to bits with this as an addition to my Doctor Who collection. That's Jinx Monsoon, which is great. Next up, slightly controversial one here, if I'm totally honest. So this was free. It was part of the Jerry Richards Music Hall Guild collection. This is a handwritten letter from an actor called John Boulter. He's been in loads and loads of stuff, but predominantly, or not loads of stuff actually, a few bits and pieces, but predominantly sort of bit part stuff. But he's best known for the incredibly controversial British TV show, the Black and White Minstrel Show, which basically ran for probably like 25 years in the UK, right up until the 80s, which is astounding. And it's essentially a load of white guys putting on blackface and performing music hall numbers. Incredibly controversial. I mean, you only ever get to see it these days in, who can believe that this is the sort of thing that used to be on TV, peak time viewing sort of shows. But I like this. It's kind of it's a bit of history. Like, I don't know how many people might have stuff signed by John. I like it because of the controversy that surrounds it. So I thought it was quite cool to keep in my collection. So I added this one. This is going to stay in the collection. Here's a close-up of it, just if you want to see that as well. So that's John Boulter. And Almost there at the end. Now, the next one is a signed book. This was a 50p charity shop purchase pickup, and it's the Reverend Richard Coles, who is an author, clergy, and former singer. I can't remember the name of the band he was in. I had it in my head till seconds ago. He used to be in a band. It'll come to me. It won't come to me, but somebody will tell me. I'm sure they'll remind me. But he's written lots of books, and this is one of his Murder Before Evensong. Very kind of religious murder mystery type stuff. Didn't expect, it's a paperback, which I hardly ever check, but just grabbed this on the off chance on the shelf to have a look, and opened it up, and there it is. You can see it's signed by the Reverend Richard Coles. He's very well known in the UK, probably not so much outside of the UK. But certainly these are probably going to be turned into TV shows at some point. So again, I had to pick it up and add it to the collection. And finally, a really weird one here. This is another charity shop book pickup. This is Monica Lewinsky, who was the former White House intern involved in a certain scandal, which I won't mention here, with the then President Bill Clinton, as it says on the screen. This is Monica's story by Andrew Morton. This is a hardback book. I picked this up and had a quick look, and inside there's this book plate attached to the inside of the book, and it says "From Monica Lewinsky with best wishes," and it's signed Monica. So I don't know, who knows? Like everything I pick up in the bookshops, you're never 100% sure unless it says signed by the author and special edition printed inside, etc. But again, for like £1 or £2, there's no way I was going to leave this sitting on the bookshop. So it's now on my shelf. And that's it. That's my update for this video. Slightly longer than the last load. Apologies. But hope you've enjoyed watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. I love to hear from you, so please do that. And I will get the next video out as soon as I'm able. Thanks very much. Take care, and speak again soon.